Hi everybody, this is JP with InkSoft, and in this video I want to showcase some new technology that we've just released to the InkSoft online store framework. And specifically, this is the ability to display live inventory to your shoppers. So here we are at the InkSoft demo site, and here's an example product. Notice this: if I'm a consumer and I choose the style of garment or product that's available, and I click to select my size, notice what we now display. So you can see for each of the different available sizes, you can see the available quantity, the inventory that's available. So in this case, only 5 left. So there's a lot of marketing application here, which we'll talk about in a moment's time, but let me showcase how to use and take advantage of this new functionality. So what we're going to do is jump over into Store Admin, and what I'll do now is we're defaulted to active products. So what I'll do is I'll click on a product that has the inventory levels inputted. Let me show you how to access this. So first things first, what you're going to want to do is click on Pricing and Styles. And once you've done that, you're going to want to make sure to select Enforce from My Inventory. So you have 3 main options as it relates to inventory. You can, of course, not enforce from inventory at all. You can enforce from your inventory on hand, or you can enforce from the supplier that's associated to the product. So in this case, you're going to choose Enforce from My Inventory, and then what you need to do is click the Edit icon under Product Styles. And what that's going to do is expose a bunch of additional information. So here's where you can mark a product on sale, and of course you have control to mark the date range of that product being on sale and the specific sizes of that product that will be on sale. But most importantly here, notice there's a new column of data here, which is My Inventory. This is where you can instantiate and input your starting or beginning inventory levels at the size level. You can also mark as out of stock in the event that maybe you're not even stocking the 4XL, so you can just acknowledge that that in fact is out of stock. So that's where you're going to manage all the basic data here and click Save. Now once you're done making these inputs, what you're going to do is click on Store Settings icon from the left. There's one additional setting that you'll have to enable to display that information. So it's one thing to maintain those inventory levels. It's another thing to choose to display it to your consumers, right? So the way that you'll choose to display it is from Store Settings. You'll click Product Display Settings. And notice there's a toggle, and this is new, that says Show Available Inventory. So I'll go ahead and make that selection. Then you have the ability to choose at what threshold you'll want inventory to display. So a good example, you might not want to display inventory if it's above, let's say 50 units. That might just be weird or irrelevant, right? Maybe you'll want to choose to display inventory when inventory is depleted to a point of scarcity, right? So maybe the point that, hey, we get to 12 units, that's when we're going to start to showcase that there's limited quantity and availability. So let's now talk about the marketing application and sort of the use cases here. Probably the most obvious thing, since I've mentioned the term, but we as marketers know that scarcity is a great way to drive urgency, right? So think about using inventory levels as a way to inform consumers that, hey, there's limited quantities of these products available, so act now. Now, don't assume that people will understand that. Tie that to your marketing messaging, right? So if you're instantiating products on an InkSoft store, think about using a header and the subheader to describe, hey, trending products, there's limited quantities available, act now before it's too late. So don't forget to actually tell the story, use marketing messaging to leverage scarcity as an inducement to drive urgency. And urgency means compelling that consumer not to wait or delay, to act now and buy now, right? So trap those orders when you have somebody on your website before they exit. Now, I think the other use case here that might be somewhat clear, but I want to really underscore, a lot of InkSoft customers do fulfillment programs for companies. So think about if a company wants to buy a bunch of promotional items, well, they're going to buy those promotional items. They're going to pay for them. So you got paid. So really, you don't own that inventory. They do. So think about as you're doing these fulfillment programs and you're taking in receiving new, promotional items that have been decorated, you can instantiate the starting inventory for those products, and you have a way now to display that visibly to your customers. So it's a great way to be transparent, provide visibility, mitigate having to do special reports. It's just sort of an on-demand displays live from that corporate fulfillment store that can be password protected. So there's a lot of ancillary benefits to using the new live inventory display that's cooked into InkSoft online stores. Now, of course, if you have any questions and you need help leveraging this technology, make sure to reach out to the InkSoft Success Squad. If you're not an InkSoft customer and you want to know more about the InkSoft online store framework, the best way to achieve that is to schedule your personalized online tour. And this is a way for an InkSoft expert to take you through the platform at large and really give you some color in terms of how other InkSoft users are using this technology to grow their sales and to be more productive and efficient. So make sure to reach out to schedule your personalized time to have a conversation with an expert and really get some deep insights into not only InkSoft online stores, but the other sales tools that are offered as part of the InkSoft platform. Well, thanks for tuning into this video. Hopefully you found this useful, and I hope this new technology will help you in your marketing endeavors.